Hello and welcome to Farthest Frontier. So, it seems it's going to be a bit longer then before this game actually gets to full release, because we were expecting a 0.9.6 patch to come out. Then we were going to get full release, but it seems like they've now introduced a 0.9.7 patch as well. I think by the sounds of it they've got quite a lot planned. In which case they've kind of spread it out a bit. So yeah, I mean that's going to be definitely interesting to see what they do. But in the meantime, I've got big problems. I mean I'm quite keen to get this all sorted out. It's going to need quite a bit of work. Basically isolate this single road. At the moment everybody's just going up and down as they can. But I've got big problems because I've lost a lot of people. Mostly because of the cold weather, we don't have enough clothes. It's been complaining about this for a while. I think the big problem is a lack of pelts. But something else had just got me thinking. I mean, I've got people who work all the way out here in a mine, for instance. And I'm curious to see how long that's going to run for. So yeah, so I do lose quite a few people to hypothermia. Now, I did put in this temporary shelter. Then it got me thinking, well, yeah, I mean, let's say somebody leaves here to go home. I mean, they've probably got quite a ways to walk when you think about it. I mean, they're not going to come down to here. They'll either come to here or we're talking about going all the way back here. That's a long way to go. I mean, I've got a temporary shelter there. Because I was scratching my head because I saw some people literally getting to about here. And they just didn't have... Oh, what on earth is that? I think it's just... They're just things left lying on the ground again. Okay. But no, I think I'm going to have to make multiple stops, because I don't think somebody's going to just suddenly decide, oh, I'm going to go home, it's too far. I'll jump into this temporary shelter. I think there must be trigger points where they get to a certain, like, way down the path, and it's... Oh, if there'd been a temporary shelter, I would have jumped in there, but there's not. So I think it probably might make sense to actually introduce ones straight away. Because I don't think they're like clever enough to say, you know, if I go all the way home from here, I'm not going to make it, so I'll just stay here. I don't think there's that much intelligence in it. So as much as I want the pelts to get more of these hide coats, I mean, it's asking for 800 hide coats, which is a heck of a lot. We're not producing anything close to that. So I think I'm going to get more of these temporary shelters built. That's my thinking. Build them along the way, and then if anybody's just reaches that like trigger point of, ooh, I really could do with going somewhere warm, then they'll just jump into one of these. Otherwise, that's gonna... hopefully that'll do something, because it takes a long time to get the population back up, I've noticed. Let's put that one, say, there. That's somebody doing their fishing. That's somebody doing... What are they doing? Foraging. Oh no, they're a hunter. Ooh, that might not be such a good idea, because it's gonna hassle the deer, isn't it? Let's not do that one. Let's do one on that side then. So yeah, so I'm going to get them to build little ones along the way. And then we'll see. So there's one there. I think I might add a one here, but I'm going to flatten this ground anyway. Well, said that we could put one... Let's put one there. So there's various places they can go. Oh, somebody's old age, right? Okay, so there's not a lot I can do about old age. I'm just saying I haven't found a cure for that one. Now, is it me or does that lightning sound a lot more realistic these days? Anyway, this place I want to move because the goal is it's got to be able to cover there and probably there. Now, can I move this? Yes, I can. Because I was going to wait until the clay mine was done. But I mean, do I want to put it there? I mean, if I run a road down there, I could put it here. That might be better. So it's not going to be that long, and they're gonna clear that clay mine out. I think I'll just leave it for a bit longer. We'll just see how that goes. Now, this place is still getting done. So we're in the process of upgrading it. Let's put a... Can I put that on a priority? Try and get that done as quickly as possible, because that's basically my first line of defense, because that's a common area where the thugs and hooligans decide to come and hassle me. Don't have enough beer, so there's not a lot I can do about that. Now, that's interesting. So there's a lot of people going backwards and forwards along here as well, I can see. What's that? Is that that's not temporary shelter. Let's put another one here. So yeah, I mean, ideally everybody should have the clothing they need, but it's like there is a bit of reality going on here. Until I can get enough pelts, because I'm still scratching my head as to what to do there. I would have thought having all these barns might have helped, but it would seem not. So that's what we're doing over here. So we're flattening this place, which that's a thought. Bushes, berries. Let's clear this area out. Yeah, I'm going to clear it out, because I'm going to build some more barns over there. That's the plan. So then we'll get back up to here and see how these lot are doing. So I'm trying to... let's see. So that's at a bit of a height there. So if I can get that... It's about as far as that'll go. Let's flatten that out. Because the plan is to see if I can get the road to bend around and follow the wall. And then the towers that I've got up here will take pot shots. But also I want to try it in this direction. I mean, I don't have to have a sort of like a natural defensible wall that's really, really high. It's just got to be high enough that nobody can get over it. In which case, I think what I might do... Let's flatten along here as well. Let them work on that. I mean, they're going to struggle because I just don't have enough people now. I mean, that's why I was always quite, well, tempted, shall we say, to just leave the private armies alone and just pay them off, basically, because you lose a lot of people when you get attacked by private armies. And it takes a long, long time to recover people in this game, which you would expect anyway, to be fair, but that always took a massive hit, and I've lost a lot of people, I think, due to exposure. They've died of being exposed to the cold. But now that it's warming up, I'll do what I can. I mean, there is a cap on how many people can work as builders. You can see I've set jobs that require too many builders, but realistically I just don't have enough labourers. I mean, population-wise, there's 295 children, 121 adolescents. That's going to take a while, but yeah, 1021 are fit to work. So it's going to take a while. Looks like a caravan coming in. So they always turn up around spring. So the idea is to basically flatten this side, so it'll end up similar to this side, making it basically impassable. You just cannot get up there from here. And if you can't get up here on this side, that just leaves this side. So at some point I'll do the same around here. We'll flatten this whole side as well. Or at least put a cliff wall down there. And I'll make it so that you just can't get up to that road. You'll have to, hopefully you'll have to go past the towers. And the more towers you face, the better. My only concern is, I think the cavalries are a big problem for me. they don't seem to be that phased by the towers. They seem to be able to last a lot better against towers than anything else, which is interesting because they don't seem to have that much armor. Oddly enough, the cavalry that I've got, they really struggle against the archers. If there's a raid goes on and there's quite a lot of archers and among them, my cavalry just don't seem to last 5 minutes, so I've got to be very careful with them. We just do like hit and runs where I'll get them to go in and try to take out things like catapults or any siege engine, like a battering ram. Try to take those out, and then that's it. We'll get out as quickly as we can. This is the trouble. He wants us to sell pelts. Might be interesting to. Can I ask for a priority on that? Yeah, let's do that. Because that's the biggest problem I've got at this moment. We just don't have the clothes, so people are just not lasting. I'm doing okay for linen. I am surprised that it complains about linen, but there's nothing I can see that I could need to buy. So I'm afraid Builder, the peddler, there's nothing really for us to trade. I mean, I could. Well, yeah, there's no point selling baskets at a low rate because I've got plenty of money. We got plenty of money. Is not a problem at this stage. I'm just saying. Right, so we've got another visitor. It's now got Atka of the Iron Clan. Again, that's seriously. They both want us to sell pelts. That sucks. I don't feel obliged to sell many things. I'm more interested in what I can buy, quite frankly. That's something I really need to resolve. I just don't. We don't seem to be producing enough iron ingots. That takes a hit. Right, so up here we're still in the flattening game, I think. We haven't quite. It looks a lot easier to figure out when it's winter time, but I'm just looking for anywhere where it's just slightly out. Yeah, it's about there. Oh, fudge sickles! I don't want to do that. Let's take that back out. Right, it's about there, I think it was. I'll just do it in a big. I don't have that many people, you see now. No, I mean, I could get things done a lot quicker if I broke this up into lots of little strips, for instance. I found that to be a much quicker way of getting things done, because there's a limit as to how many people you can hire or allocate to a job like that. That one, but it's got to be done for my sake. I want it to be nice and flat, as flat as I can possibly get it. So just keep on doing that. Just double check that I haven't. Oh, yeah, we haven't gone over the limit there. That's fine. So I've got no need to do that. So I think what I might do, because I've been playing. It's quite a while goes on between me playing this game, so I keep forgetting what seems best. Yes, you can join. The more the merrier. Please do join. Your services are more than welcome. Yeah, there's quite a while before I play the game. I keep forgetting what I've learned, if anything. So that's that is probably there. Might leave that bit and do it there. So there's a slope there of 2. What happens if we do that? So that's because I'm just trying to work out. I'm playing around basically trying to see what seems to work for trying to get a road to slope properly. Because I still haven't figured it out. But let's just keep running that on there. So let's see. So that's got 2. It's already got a slope of 2. I mean, that's 2. That would be 2. That's actually, see, that actually is not a bad slope. That would be ideal if you could get a nice slope running like that. What's the problem? We've got a housing shortage. Oh, struth, I never figured that out, did I? I should pay more attention. Right. I wasn't thinking. Why wasn't I thinking? Oh dear. I mean, we can have people living over here, I suppose. Oh, hang on. Your housing needs can wait because Lethbus has turned up. Ah, so you've got 200. Ooh, you want 21. Ooh, that is sneaky. Right, I'll buy those. I'll take a hit on that. In the meantime, to try and compensate, I'll sell you some things. It's like, yeah, they're just going for a normal price. I can sell you some cheese. I've got tons of cheese to sell you. There you go. That's might cost more or less covered there. Because I've got like a bajillion cheese as well. Maybe if we can get some more cheese delivered here, I can sell them some more. Get my money back. Hang on, I thought you had 163 to begin with, and I bought 100. Let's try that again. I'll buy 50. Yeah, no, I could have sworn he had 163. And I bought 100 from him. Yes, I know there's a housing shortage. Just I had more important problems. Housing. Right, so we are not that far. We're only 6 short. I mean, still 6 less for some poor soul, but we probably could start putting more houses up here, actually, now that I think about it. Let's flip that one around to... Which way around will that go? Put that one there. Not exactly the best place to be. Oh, that was handy because this house just been built there anyway. Oh, this is going to last a long time, this iron. Whereas I think this iron, I think this is depleted now, is it not? Hang on a minute, what happened here? I thought, oh there's the iron mines, right, okay. So we're down to 99 ore. So once these sort of finish their job, they can start mining that lot. And then once all the iron's cleared out, presumably it'll be a nicer place to live. That's my theory anyway. So right, okay, how many people have I got in here now? Oh, crikey, this is all maxed out now. Right, what was I doing? Oh yes, I was going to do some experiment. I'm trying to get this little area here flat. 25. Right, so I've got a area here. Let's get that. Let's try and flatten that bit out. Now this whole area needs to be flatter. Because again, I just wanted. Wait, it's just not practical to try and even get up there at all. That's the idea. Go that away. Can't go that way, so we'll go that way. Oh, hello. One up there. That looks a bit different. There's still a bit of... I mean, it's just... doesn't have to be perfect. Not that it ever will, but... Right, just keep flattening that. Now, I've got to be a bit careful here, because I don't want to mess this up, because I'm I'm doing my experiments over there. While I've got it, I'll experiment on it. That's the plan. This area here is a bit flatter. Let's work it from this side. Keep going in that direction. That's 625 there. Yeah, I could really do with more builders. Anyway, let's go back over to this side. So they're still... No, they're actually done over here. So it's too far. Right, what if we go from, say, there? It's 250. So that's... The idea is I'm trying to get as many cells as possible that are all at the same height. And then just one row or column that's just slightly lower. Then in theory it'll work out a height that's roughly the same height as these ones, and then I'll start bringing the right hand side up. That's my plan. And then what I can do is hopefully try to then start curving the road around, because I started flattening it. And then it's like, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Because the plan was this was just going to be a complete sheer cliff on all sides. And it would just make it impractical to get up there except by one side. But then I thought, well, actually, if I really want to defend the place, I want as many towers as possible, surely. The more towers, the merrier. Although, again, it's the cavalry that's got me concerned now. I'm not sure how practical it is. Whether the cavalry's going to mess it up. It may well be that I get all these towers, and then the cavalry just casually glance by, and then it's like, yeah, whatever, and then just smash the way through anyway. Because as far as I'm aware, the towers, they tend to lock onto a target, and they just focus on that target, so rather than picking on the weakest ones, they just stick to whatever they've already picked. And that's not necessarily a good thing. Do I want to risk breaking this? I think we're okay here, because it's not quite flat there. But and so that I don't want to go out at that point, do I? So something that bit there alone will do there. And how far that can get out to there? Well, that's extremely fortunate. 62, 625. 562 will do. I'll just try and lower that, because each of these towers has a certain hit number of hit points. It can extra damage it'll do depending on how lower the area is where it's targeting. So at the same height, we seem to have a +3 advantage. If it's slightly lower, it's a +4. I mean, down here it's +13. All the way down here it's +18. So it seems to have figured that that's more or less the same height, I must admit, but we shall see. Right, so they've worked on that a bit there, so I'll just keep working to the left, basically, going to the right rather. Then eventually I should get a flatter. Hopefully it'll be slightly higher. I mean, I must admit that corner there, it's not all doom and gloom, in that corner is very, very low, so there's still quite a drop I could put if I could. Maybe if I remove a big chunk around here, it would force people along this direction. Because at the moment, you can see they're quite happy to climb up and down here, which I'll have to take that away. But I'm just doing a bit of an experiment here to see if I can get it's like a natural wall put in down, say, like this side as well. Because at the moment, somebody could just literally walk up there and then just start walking along there, for instance. Or we could just walk along here and walk up there. If I can get it's like a natural wall that forces them around, they'll either then decide, right, I'll target here, in which case they're going to be up against this garrison here, or they'll eventually walk around, and then eventually they'll start doubling back and then coming up the road. Hopefully by then either the garrison has either dealt with them or the towers have, because the less trouble I get up here, the better, really. That's the whole goal, is to slow them down. Make it as difficult as I possibly can. Right, so I'm getting into winter, and that's over 800 clothes we're short on. Hopefully the wagoners will have been delivering here. Yep, they're delivering stuff here. So that's good to see. So there's... see, so there are people actually using it. So we'll have to see how effective or ineffective it is. 2 mines are out of ore, so I'm assuming they'll be the iron ones. Right, so there's... I don't know what happens to that. Oh, that's just the... Right, so it's here. It says, like, it's 44 still in storage. And that does puzzle me, I must admit, because if I destroy those... Because someone's going to come along and collect that ore at some point, I'd imagine, and take it away. But I'm wondering if I destroy the mine, because I can never remember. I'm pretty sure I've pondered this before. But if somebody destroys the mine now, does that ore that's actually there, does it get lost? Old age, okay. So there's a wagoner. Where are you going? Are you going to the mine, or are you going to go somewhere else? Looks like they're going to the mines. Right, so that's... I can't tell anything from her, but what about the actual wagon? So they've picked up 43 iron ore. Aha, right, there you go. So it's now empty. Right, in which case you lot can go find yourselves something else to do. Ah, hold on. Right, okay. So that's actually quite convenient in some respects, because it'll give me more labourers, but either way, somebody needs to then start working in these mines, so it's only temporary. Right, so that one's done as well, so you all can go find yourself something more exciting to do. Hopefully there's you can have a better life. Still old age so far. So far so good, but that is the key thing. Let's have a look at the statistics. See, this is the thing I always scratch my head about. Because up here it's saying we're 811 hide coats short. There are probably nothing. Yeah, there's none available in storage. Now, according to that, it's saying that we're producing 37, but the demand's only 21. That's the thing that always throws me. It's like, well, we're meeting the demands, so how come we've got a shortage? Right, anyway, how many pelts have we got then? 115. So let's see. So if we do resources, so who is it? Let's see. I mean, I've got a cobbler that makes shoes. Yes, these are the cobblers. I've got 2 of those. There's the tanner over there, I think. Oh, it's a soap shop. I was close. There's the tannery there. That's the only one. That would explain a heck of a lot. So basically, they take pelts and water. Now the pelts... Let's have a look. Ah, interesting. That storage is full. What's it full of? Oh, hay. Oh, crikey. Okay. Well, better upgrade it then. How have we got so much hay out all the way out here? In fact, why have we got a lot of hay out here? Surely these would all produce it and then we'll not bring it to here. And there's a brewery. That's a brick room. Ah, interesting. Why have I not got any storage here? Yeah, they can store here, there. I wonder why they're going all the way out to there. How bizarre. Right, anyway, let's get that upgraded. Select building on priority because they can't put anything more in here. Oh no! So you're the grocer. How did you die of exposure? Ah, now it is possible, I suppose, because they've got to go out and get food from somewhere. Craig, is that one full as well? Hay, we seem to be producing a lot more hay than we probably need by the looks of it. Right, let's get another storage put in then. Oh no! Okay. It's that one, isn't it? Doesn't really matter. No. Right, so they would potentially come out, well, see, they might be going all the way out here to get things. I mean, there's a stopping point there, and there's one there. I mean, that would be something that would be good to find out. You know, how efficient these wagoners are. I mean, because that's one thing that I always left pondering of. It's like, well, oh, hold on, what's going on there? Oh, you're. That's one thing I do ponder, is like, how many of these things do I need? Because originally what they did was, I mean, he's saying he's waiting for a task, which to me suggests it's not a problem. But originally all they did is they would go out to basically things like the work camps. So these places, they'd go out there and collect the logs, for example. Or they'd be going out to the mines and be collecting the ore for it, and then they'd bring it back to some storage location. But now they do a lot more. They'll do, as far as I'm aware, they go out and deliver things to these places. I think they actually take things from the actual buildings, the production buildings as well. But I don't know, well, how many of them do I actually need? I keep throwing them in on the off chance to do something, but I haven't seen anything that like says this is how efficient they are. You need more. You know, there's things are building up. Other than, I suppose, if you can check these buildings and see if they get full. Because they do on occasion warn you that they've got full. Which maybe that's the indicator to watch. Is a building getting full? Because before you just never saw anything. It was just like the building got full and that was it. And there was just nothing you could do about it. Whereas now, maybe that's what I should be looking out for. Right, it's going to be a while before that gets done. 1426 or 1436, that's okay. Right, I'll keep flattening this, because this is going to be, hopefully this will become the actual wall. This is going to be this is my train of thought, is let's get a wall, a natural wall. And then, is that going to go that way? Yeah, it is. It goes that way. Just keep building a natural wall and I'll force people around. Nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. I still haven't found a cure for it. And to be honest, I don't know if I ever will. It would be useful, But, you know, there is a bit of reality in this game, I'm afraid. We go to... Yeah, that's a reasonable drop off there. Make it about 3, so 250. So yeah, I'll just keep working my way that way. So I think it's going to be... Even if it's just a flat road at about that height, it's not that bad. And then it's like, well, do I take that entire road away? Ooh, what has Atka got? Have you got something exciting for us today, Atka? Can I sell you things at a reasonable price? Or can I buy things from you at a reasonable price? Now that is not going to help me, I must admit, because I've got a bajillion stone anyway. You don't have any... Well, why is it... Well, I suppose maybe everybody's in the same situation. There's just not enough pulp. Oh dear. Old age, okay. Old age, yeah, I'm going to have to learn to live with that, I'm afraid. It's not a lot of money. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm doing this, aren't I? So, we'll go from about, say, there. Just work our way that away. Because if memory serves, the goats were always complaining for a while. I was trying to get some areas done. Well, basically I wanted to add some more goat farms. And the goats were like really fussy. Unless the ground was flat, it's like, no, I'm not living there. So it causes you problems. Which I must admit left me scratching my head, because like goats are usually living up mountains, but it was like, no, we're not going to have goats here, it's not flat. She's like, okay, fine. Alright, just keep flattening that one. And then maybe that'll... I mean, I don't think it'll solve the... I mean, I've got this horrible feeling I'll just end up with like tons of like cheese again. It's like, yeah, you've got plenty of cheese, but you just don't have enough pelts. It's like, seriously? One thing I don't need is more cheese. And I don't know if they've ever fixed this so like system that they've got, which allows you to decide what they do. Because usually if there's like multiple products to make, if memory serves, it seemed to make absolutely no difference what you pick. Right, oh, I didn't want to do that. It's like over here, what's the barn here? Doesn't make any, yeah, it's not giving me any choices. If you go over to... So if you go over to here, you've got like these little sliders to say what the production ratio should be. So production tools, weapons, heavy weapons, or heavy tools. I don't know if that's ever changed, but if I alter these ratios, it never made any difference. What have we got today? So it's Beldar. Nothing exciting here going on. Oddly enough, we don't have enough bricks. Cheers. No, it never made any difference, because I think if I started to tweak these settings, it would be a case of, well, you only want one production tool, but you want 2 weapons, and it would just be like, they would start making the production tools, and then it's like, well, you know, I'm not going to do anything else. It's like, instead of actually then putting the time into just making the weapons, they just seem to do nothing. It's like some of them are making tools, some of them are making weapons, some of them are making stocking the place. But I could never get a balance for these, so to say like, only focus on making heavy tools, you'd have somebody who would like start making the heavy tools, but that was it. It was like, well, everybody else would just be like just sitting on their jacksie doing nothing. It's like, why bother? So for that reason, I've just ignored it and just, well, it would be definitely useful to have. Right, so that's flatter. So that would go to about there then. So eventually I should get to a point where this is just a sheer cliff wall. Go from about, say, there. Yeah, that's not flat at all on that side, is it? Go from... there. Alright, we'll do it from that point then. Uh, 625. So at some point we'll then just work our way around and do the same over there. But like I say, I want to experiment. Now that's interesting. So that nobody can be bothered to do that, or nobody can get to it. I suspect it's the latter. Oh, how much do you want? Seeing where are you? You're right in the top left corner. Struth. That's the one downside when you've got money. It's like it attracts these private armies. It's like, I know. Oh no, they're not. Oh, it's messed up my camera. Oh yeah, so they are in the top left corner, right? Okay. Yes, they're real there. So that'll then test out this lot here. So these are heavy infantry. The trouble is, I just don't have enough people. Yeah, I don't have enough people to do this. I mean, how will they get it out? Yeah, they've got the gear, but there's only 8 of them. And the trouble is, they never survive long enough to get to reach veterancy of any sort. They usually get killed pretty quickly, so it's like the veterancy, 0, zilch. Probably be the same for the cavalry units. Well, they've got 1 veterancy, okay. Now that could be interesting. Out of curiosity, can I do that? I can't add anything because it's maxed out at here. Out of curiosity, let's head over here. I don't know if this is possible, but I want to try. I mean, there's part of me just tempted to just give them the money because otherwise I'm going to lose a lot of people, and I mean a lot. Right, I'm just going to, since I've probably lost quite a few people, let's just set them on group 4 there. I'm half tempted to actually just set up a load of like watchtowers all over the place so I can keep an eye on things. It's an odd looking little rock area. So they were here. And they've just disappeared into the background somewhere. So presumably they'll just turn back up again at some point though. Let's head over here out of curiosity. So once the time's up, I think they'll just suddenly magically reappear. Which then, as I said, kind of like leaves me wondering if I just set up towers all over the entire map so I don't have these little greyed out areas. What would happen then? Will it just literally disappear? I don't know. Yeah, there's no sign of them. Right, I'll tell them to go home. Find me. Right, go there. No, I don't want to do that. I clicked on it. Go over there. Right, I'll clear them. They should go back home now. So that'll be interesting now, because before they would just break through here, and then that was it. Now I've got a few more turrets. That would be interesting to upgrade that, but I think it needs, not that, the turret. The tower, rather. Yeah, it needs more ingots. Actually, that's a thought. How many people are in these things? There's 2 in that one. Stop clicking on that one. Pick that one. 2 in there. There's 2 in there. Put 2 in there. Villagers need clothing. I know. I'm trying to resolve that. Well, that was it. I got completely lost the plot, because as far as I can tell, there's only one tannery. So I think that's what I need, is another tannery, don't I? And I was humming and hawing, because where's all of the pelts? Because I mean, if this is where most of it's coming from, I would have thought it made sense to do it here, but there's no sign of pelts there. We've maxed out our cheese. There's no pelts there. I mean, how much have we actually got? Any pelts? So somewhere out there, there's 109 pelts. And there's 20 there. Oh dear. Somebody just met a grisly end. Furniture workshop. That's not what I was looking for. Alright, so there's none there. So the existing one, tannery's down here somewhere. That's down here. Let's see. So that's yeah, they don't store any. Let's see. It's the furniture workshop. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating. I know somewhere out there are pelts. I don't know where, but they're out there somewhere. Well, because ideally what I want to do is to get all of the pelts into that one area, into here. Oh, hold on, what's this down here? That's another soap shop. Okay. That's one way to find out. Tanneries. Panels. 4 of 4. So we've got 4 tanners. So if that building's maxed out at 4, then... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, ideally I'd want to just build this as close as possible to where all the pelts are, but I don't know where all of the actual pelts are being stored. I mean, one option would be to actually limit the storage location, so you can only have pelts in one area. Because as far as I'm aware, the cobblers use them, and so will the tannery. So there's one there. So I could put that one. The plan is to run a road there. I'll then put the garrison in there. Can I fit it in there, maybe? Yeah, I squeeze that in there. So then I'm going to have to go around the bajillion storage locations and say don't store pelts in there. It'd be really useful if you could get a template. You could say like I have certain storage locations that only store these certain types of products, and I'll save that as like a little template, and then I can go around and copy that template everywhere else. It's a pain in the neck going around having to pick things and say, you know, you can only store these things, you can store these, you can't store those. Right, what do these do then? So these are there's a weaver. So that's heavily invested in weaving. Oops. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't really need flow, does it? Right, so that building there. There's two over here. Do not store. See, this is a real hassle having to go around and tell it what it can and cannot store. It's decent. Don't mind it. I mean, that ideally, even that should be going somewhere else. Now let's pick that again. So we've got more storage locations up here. So that one has... Right, I don't want that in there. I certainly don't want flour in here. I don't want tallow in there. Yeah, you can store that. Tallow... I can't even remember what tallow is. Tallow gets used for all sorts of things, I think. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what that does. So this is now on... It's round about half of what it was before. Ah, fudge, there's somebody up here. So we've got a labourer, so why is that? I've got 3 buildings up here where they could have gone to. That makes no sense. Very frustrating, that. I mean, realistically, I need the clothing. Right, so who are you and where are you going? Oddly enough, you're a firewood splitter. So you work over here, presumably. So are we actually storing any logs for you? And that's a hospital. So they could store logs if they had them. I mean, that's a fire... Ah, no, you're not working there, are you? Where are you working? So you've got food and you're just seeking shelter. Leaves me scratching my head as to where these people go. Because part of the problem... Oh, no, that's a thought. So that's... let's see. So there'll be a wood splitter... Oh, I'll just leave that running. There'll be a wood split down here, won't there? Yeah, so that's where he works there. Oh, that's Harith. They all look the same. So he lives all the way up here. Fudgesicles. It's annoying, that. Well, it's more than annoying for him, to be fair. Let's plunk that down. Because that's a long way to go if he lives up there. These are all things you just didn't really think about. So where are you going? So you're seeking shelter, so you're a miner. So this is where things are falling apart. I can't quite tell. I can't tell where she lives, for instance. She's a miner. So that's Sari. So she's working here. Potentially 16 people there. So there's not enough housing down here, I would have thought, by the looks of it. And these sort of like buildings, they're not going to get upgraded. Well, you're living next to a coal mine, there's no marketplace or anything. So this is another area I need to really thinking about kitting out with better things. Because at the moment, she was living up there instead of down here. And really you want all of the resources next to where they were. Which, I think somebody did ask me about this, and I think it's still the case. So I've got a lot of like houses over here. So out of curiosity, how many of these are farmers? So these are milking cows, so they're the barn workers. So these are brewers, herders. Because I'm curious, out of all these like buildings, how many of them are actually farmers? A priest, a weaver. I mean, I just may not have factored in this because there's all these people working on these fields. Out of curiosity. Yeah, it doesn't tell me who necessarily is working here. Let's have a look. Because I've got tons of farmers. 126 people are farmers. See, like, you're pondering your existence here at the age of 75. So, I mean, that to me is extremely inefficient having somebody living up there. If they work maybe down here, for instance. So I might have to start thinking about expanding this whole place all the way down here. So we're not doing any trees over there. I mean, there's trees being done up here. Now, I must admit that's a long way for somebody down here to get logs. I mean, ideally the marketplace, wherever it is along here, that'll go out and get those logs. So there it is there. So they should go out and get the firewood, which incidentally is lacking. That's a long way to go to get firewood up here, for instance. So I should really be setting up another area around here for them to get logs maybe down here. I'm trying to expand that out. The plan would be to expand in this direction for the fields. Maybe some more goats down here, but I'll have to probably think about somewhere for maybe just here. Have an area over here, for instance, where we just get trees. Resources. So a work camp. It's like the fertility for trees is quite low. It's in the 60s. Oddly enough, you can't... Now the fertility in the water is in the 40s. So that'd be an interesting place to do, but you can see it's not a good area. I mean, that's a... Could do it in the corner, I suppose. You know, I'd just go a bit that away for fields. I mean, how many fields do I need? We're kind of getting by just. Because that 0 is more to do with, like, the spoilage. Out of curiosity, how much food have we got? Yeah, I mean, we've got, like, tons of fruit. Not so much preserved, but meat. Meat is something I really need to be thinking about as well. I mean, we've got tons of cheese if they wanted. We're certainly not lacking for cheese. I mean, I'm not hunting any of the deer down here, but... Yeah, so I think adding these little stopping off points has helped in some respects, but not a lot. But yeah, it's something I really need to think about. Hopefully that tannery might have helped. But yeah, there's a lot of little stumbling points that we've got to iron out. But I still need to focus on that. I mean, the good thing is we've now got a lot more labourers, so it's not as bad. But I still need a lot more people, and I think, I mean, I've got the game capped at about 1,500 for performance reasons, but there's quite a lot of adolescents and children that still come through the system. Elderly, but there's a lot of, like, the only catch is you've got like 548. They're adults. At some point they'll become seniors, then they'll become elderly, so it's like, well, how many people are actually fit to work? And in the meantime, yeah, that's gonna be interesting.